Louisa from Carbine Ridge, it is wonderful to have you here on You Must Try It today. Welcome.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here, Shelley.
Of course, we're talking all about the two beautiful products that you have created, being the Rebalance Face Oil that I have here, and of course the Avocado Balm, which I have here, both called Carbine Ridge. Look, let's start with you and your story. How on earth did you become a woman living on the land and creating avocado oils?
Well, I feel I'm very lucky. I love my little farm. Our farm is named Carbine Ridge, which is how I came up with these products. I've always been a bit of a green thumb. I had beautiful Italian grandparents that grew everything in their own backyard, and I think I just absorbed a lot from them. So when we found our beautiful farm, small farm on the outskirts of Brisbane, it came with this fully established avocado orchard. So I got to live out a dream, which is to be up in the hills with nature, growing, trying to keep things alive as well. And we made the decision that by moving further out, we were going to live this low tox organic life. So it's been really blissful as far as that goes. And of course, I'm a lover of all things avocado. And during COVID, when everyone else was getting into their making sourdough and those sorts of things, I just realized that I wanted to get more out of from the foodie journey, really, and by making my own avocado oil, so cold pressing our fruit for basically just for our family's consumption. And in that process, by making the oil with anything that was excess, I just do a quick kind of rub on my skin. And it was really pretty quickly that I realized my skin had never been better. So there was something in that. There was something in the oil that I hadn't really come across before in any of the other products I was using. And I thought, I want to share this as well. So there's more than just the fruit to be eaten. The oil itself has so much goodness too.
Well, we're so glad that you did make that tree change a few years ago and obviously moving to a low tox life. So this product really came about just for your own family's use. How do you go about even cold pressing an avocado?
Well, we sort of laugh as our family that when we did first move out to the farm, there was a lot of farming by YouTube and farming by Googling. So we sort of threw ourselves into that world, learning as much as we could. So self-taught as far as the cold pressing goes, and all very small and slow. And then the skincare really, I realized I needed a bit more help with that. So I studied natural skincare making online. And it was really through that I learned so much about that world. And almost embarrassed to say that I felt we did lead a very healthy life, but I was very naive, I'd say, when it came to skincare products as far as what was natural. And for me, I'd go shopping, and if it looked like a beautiful natural bottle or if it had some kind of botanical motif on it, I would just think and assume that it was natural and that it was good. And when I did this natural skincare course, I was actually quite overwhelmed that I'd been really greenwashed, that I'd been led to believe that all of these products were 100% natural and 100% good for me. So it really did lead me to making products that have not only natural ingredients and that they're potent enough as they are, and that we don't need all those extra things to go onto our skin.
Taking on the challenge of the big little farm out there in Western Brizzy must have been, a triumph for the fact that not only were you living a better life and your kids were obviously getting that wonderful sunshine and space and air, but that you could create a business from your own kitchen as well. And as you say, Google learning, that's something that we weren't all au fait with until we were locked inside with no choice but to turn to Google for all sorts of things. And you came up with a beautiful product, which is, of course, this avocado oil. Now, we all know that eating avos is good for us, but what is it about the qualities in avos that's so good for our skin?
Well, they are as good on our outside as they are on the inside. So I definitely we're an avocado a day family. But for the oil, it's got vitamin A, B, C, D, E. Like it's huge. It's got antioxidant properties, anti-inflammatory.
The list goes on.
It's a really long list, but that's in its cold pressed form. So the way that we do it, there's no heat. So it is just a pure extraction from the fruit. And if you compare that to other products, because I'd used products with avocado oil in it before, but they are the refined ones. They have been often with chemical extraction. So you're just losing some of the goodness of the actual fruit that you get from when you eat them as well. But my husband was lovely. He set up a little studio for me to start my formulating. And really, we just knew that it had to showcase avocados, but it did take a little bit of it took a bit of study and lots of trial and error. And of course, family and friends were the ones who gave me all that very honest feedback. And they were my guinea pigs for products that really, in terms of the avocado balm, something that was just a multi-purpose product that could be used by young and old, head to toe type product.
So what do you use the avocado balm for? What did you start using this one for?
Well, this one, I do honestly use it everywhere. It's a bit of a joke in our family that we always say, have you got your balm? Have you put your balm on it? So anything in our family, from mosquito bites to grazes to sunburn to chapped lips. In winter, I do use it on top of now my Rebalance face oil, but any sort of night oil or serum, and it goes on top of that as like a mask to keep in the moisture. I've had lovely people give me testimonials that it's one of the products that they use on their children's eczema because it forms a nice barrier, and it's not fragrant, so it doesn't sting. So all of these things I love hearing, because that's why I made it. It was just something, as we say on our page, it's honest. All our ingredients are on the front. We're not hiding anything. There's nothing extra in there, but it really is pretty simple, but it does work.
Well, if all of your ingredients are on the front and, of course, on the labels here, it's pretty obvious that there's not much in it, because there's not much on these these gorgeous labels. I am a massive fan of your rebalancing face oil. I love this. I use this morning and night. Nothing has actually made my skin feel quite so good as this does. It's perfectly nourishing. It's a lovely consistency. It's not too runny. It's not too thick. It's not too oily. And you've mixed in that magic ingredient, the CoQ10. Now, I'm seeing this and reading a lot about it, but what on earth is CoQ10, and why does it have such magical powers?
Well, I came up with the oil because I'm on my aging journey as well. And I think it's getting into your 40s that you do realize that you need a few extra bits and pieces. And I'm very anti-aging, because I think that's just a losing battle. And I think we're set up there for failure. I think that's a bit of an unkind philosophy, to be honest. I'm all about just giving your skin what it needs for your age. And as I hit my 40s, I did realize things that occur naturally in your skin, in your cells, they do start to deplete a little bit, and coenzyme Q10 is one of those ones. So we do produce it naturally in our bodies, and it helps with cell regeneration and repair, and that can start depleting from your 20s and 30s. And I did start to notice a few changes in my skin. So I thought that's one of those ingredients that helps with that rebalance, not the anti-aging, but just to rebalance what our skin and what our cells might need. And I think that's just a beautiful ingredient. Even though we make it naturally, this one is derived from plants. It comes in a powder form. So that one comes and we integrate that into our blend of oils. And the other ingredient in this one, which is also really nourishing for our age, is olive squalane. And we produce squalene naturally in our bodies, but the same sort of principle applies, that as we get older, that starts to diminish as well. So that one comes from olive, and it's just, I think it makes it nice and light. It definitely is a light face oil. So you can use that one morning and night. And I think that's a perfect one, as I said, for as we start to go into the next phase of life.
Well, as I said, I'm absolutely loving it. I am almost drinking it by the bottle load, but my skin is adoring this, and I've found that it's a lot smoother, a lot more nourished. It just feels plump and lovely. So yes, that one I can highly recommend, that one to everybody. I'm a big fan of that. The balm as such, my daughter confiscated this from me the minute she saw it. She's only 10, but she gets into all these products. She's mad for her makeup. She's mad for beauty products. And I find her lathering herself in this stuff. But I didn't realize that you could use that as a mask over the top of your balancing oil or perhaps your nightly moisturizer, whatever your routine is there. So that is a great tip. That's great to know.
Yeah, yes. Well, I've never been one of those proponents of the whole 10-step routine. I honestly just don't think you need it at any age, and I don't think anyone really has time for it. But it is nice that you can have two things that you can use together, because not all products you can use together. But it just makes life quite simple when you know that what you're putting on, it doesn't have anything extra. No preservatives, no stabilizers, no fillers, no water. They're both anhydrous or oil-based products. So you just know that what you're putting on is the quality stuff.
It's fascinating, isn't it? Because normally you'd read the back of a label and there'd be this mile-long list of ingredients and what's in there. And now with these beautiful products, you almost need the mile-long list of the things that aren't in there, because there's very few added to anything that you've added to these products at all.
Yeah, that's right. And I do like how you said that your daughter's confiscated it. That's quite a common response from people, that they can't find theirs because it's ended up in the school bag. But I do love, and I've got a daughter the same age, and it's really important to me as a parent that she's putting the right stuff on her skin at this age as well, and that all of those other ingredients that you do find in so many other products, and ones that say that they're natural, I don't want them to be doing any damage to that beautiful young skin, and that we're only allowing the good stuff to go in, because it absorbs into your body. So it's lovely to hear that your daughter has confiscated it, but it's also part of the reason that I did the face oil. It's for the mums who no longer have their avocado oil on their bench, that they've got their oil for their nightly ritual as well. I added a special parasympathetic blend of essential oils into this particular product, because I feel it really suits at this age, where we do need to probably calm down a little bit at night or wind down. So the oils there are lavender, sandalwood, and frankincense. So they're double duty ones where they do benefit our skin, but they're also there just to give us that little moment to ourselves at night, just for a bit of calm.
What a wonderful way to finish the day. I have to say that your products do hold a special place in my heart, because when I first saw them arrive in the You Must Try It warehouse, I saw on the back that they're made in Brookfield, Brisbane, Australia. Now, this is where my childhood was spent. And about your daughter's age, at about 10, I was riding up and down Carbine Road on my pony, and that's where my life was spent. So I know exactly the life that your kids have now got. And I know that they are going to cherish these days, whether they move to the big smoke when they're older or not. They'll always have old Brookie in their hearts. So it was lovely to see that. We've got another great Australian made product on our shelves at You Must Try It. And Louisa, this is a triumph. So congratulations.
Oh, Shelley, that means so much to me. And we're proud Brookie people. We love our community. We feel so grateful that we get to have this life here, and I'm really honoured that I can share a little piece of it with people through Carbine Ridge Skin Products.
Well, thank you so much for the time. We are sharing the love. So anyone, jump on You Must Try It. Grab yourself this beautiful Rebalance face oil with the CoQ10, highly recommended by me. And of course, hide your Carbine Ridge avocado balm from all family and friends. Keep this one for yourself, or get a couple and leave them lying around the house. Everyone will find a use for that somewhere. Louisa, it's been great chatting to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Shelley. I appreciate it.